All right, geometry, section 2, part 2. We're going to add a little truth tables thing in here because maybe this will help you be able to see what the truth value of your compound statement is. So we are going to use a little truth table here, and this is just a way of organizing truth values of statements. And so we can do a negation, we can do a conjunction, we can do a disjunction. All of those things can happen. Negation, remember, means just to not the thing. Whatever it was, you're going to not it. Double knots work like double negatives. They undo each other. So if the P is true, then the not P would be false. And then what we do with these truth tables is we put all possible combinations together so that we can just read the table and go, oh, that's the combination I have, so what's its total truth value? So if we have P and P is actually false, then its not P would be true. So like a P that would be true is something like Halloween is on October 31st. Halloween is not on October 31st would then be false. Or if we had P which was, Christmas is in July. Well, Christmas isn't in July, so that'd be false. But Christmas is not in July is actually a true statement. With a conjunction, you're going to do all possibilities. So we got P, we got Q, and then we've got P and Q. That's what conjunction is. Remember, conjunction is and it's this symbol, right? So we're going to do all possibilities of P and Q together. So we're going to list P, we're going to list Q. We've got P and Q, the conjunction. We'll figure out the total truth value at the end. When we do P and Q, we're going to list a true-true situation. We're going to list a true-false situation. We're going to list a false-true situation, and we're going to list a false-false situation. That's all possibilities of P and Q combining as either true or false. Now, when it's an and, remember both must be true. So when it is true-true, it is true as a conjunction. If it's true-false, it'd be false because it has to both be true. If it's false-true, it would also be false because they must both be true. And if it's false-false, it's definitely false because they both must be true in a conjunction or an and situation. Disjunction, dis or dat. Okay, so that's going to be or. Again, we do P and Q, we do all combinations. So P is true, true, false, false, and then it's true, false, true, false. We want to have true, true, we want to have true, false, we want to have false, true, we want to have false, false. In or, it's either or are true, so this is a true statement. In the second one, P is true, so that's a true statement. And the third one, Q is true, so it's a true statement. And the last one, they're both false. That's the only false in an or situation. So, include columns for each statement involved, P, Q, R, whatever letters there are. Include columns for any negations. And then include any columns for the compound statements. So let's try 1 and 2, and then I'll let you do 3 and 4 by yourself. So I've got a P, I've got an R. In this one I have a not R, and my actual compound statement is P or not R. Remember, this one's an or, so it could be either or. Okay, so that's going to be true, true, false, false. And then my R is going to be like the combination. So I got a true, true, I got a true, false, I got a false, true, and I got a false, false. So it goes every other. Not R is going to be the opposites of those. So false, true, true. And then whenever I'm doing P and not R, P is this column, and then not R is that column. In or, I need at least one true. Well, P is true, so the whole thing's true. In the next one, I've got 2 trues, so it's definitely true. In the next one, I got 2 falses, so it's false. And the last one, I got a false and a true, so it's true. So anytime I do that, whenever I know what P is and whenever I know what R is, and I determine what their values are, I can go to that space in the truth table, and I can go all the way over and go, oh, it's a this. Because if they were both false, like if it was P was Christmas is in July, and if R was Halloween, and let's see, what do I want to make that one? March has 30 total days. Well, not that is March does not have 30 total days, which is a true. And so we'd have that situation going on there. Let's look at number 2. We've got a P, we've got a Q, and we've got a not P. Because we were doing not P and, I don't know why I put that in there, but it just doesn't, and Q. So P is true, true, false, false. Q is true, false, true, false. So not P is going to be false, false, true, true. We just do the opposites of P. Now we're doing not P and Q, so I'm looking at this column and that column. And for and, I need both true. So that one's not it, and that one's not it. This is it, but that one's not it. Because it's and, I need both trues. The only one with both trues, this guy right there. Okay? Go ahead and pause it. Try 3 and 4. Come back and let's see how you do. All right, number 3, we got a Q, we got an R, we got a not Q, and then we're doing not Q or R. If you want to, put the or on there so you remember. Okay? Q is going to be true, true, false, false. R is going to be true, false, true, false. Every combination they're in. And Q's are going to be opposite. So it's false, false, true, true. Now remember, we're looking at Q and R, and we're in an or. So as long as we got one true, we're good. This one we've got 2 nots. So we've got P, we've got R, we've got not P, and we got not R. That's supposed to be an R, not a P. Hello. And we're going to ultimately do, that's not a wiggle, not P and not R. They've got to both be a true. So if P is true and R is true, if P is true and R is false, if P is false and R is true, if P is false and R is false. And then we do the opposites. False, false, true, true. And we do false, true, false, true. Not P and not R is these 2 columns. So the actual statement would be false, because we need, this is and, we need both. False, false. The last one's the only one where it's true. Originally, P would have to be false and R would have to be false for not P and not R in order to be true. And that's truth tables. Every combination of every chance that could happen. And then you just have to know what they are and determine what their actual truth value is and interpret the table. Good luck.